Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Brunch Podcast. I am Mark with Quentin, as always. Today, we're going to be talking about third-party candidates. Now that Hillary Clinton is the presumptive Democratic nominee, despite superdelegates not voting until July 30th, but that is a discussion for another time, and Donald Trump being the presumptive Republican nominee, there's a lot of disdain towards the two-party system. I mean, there's always been, but I think now more so than ever, you see a
It's
lot
a good thing.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah, it's a good thing for sure.
I want more of it.
Yeah.
Dipping our toes in the waters of testing third-party candidates.
Yeah, and you're seeing that a lot lately with like polls where it's showing like you know they're just talking about like polls like, oh, who would you rather vote for, Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump? And if you add up the numbers, they only go up to 80%, which is very very low, because usually it'll be like 90s. This means that there's 20% of the population that either thinks I don't know yet or I'm gonna vote third party, which is really good. Uh, but with that being said, there's also some crazy people running for third party. Running for president, kind of funny.
And we're gonna have fun with them.
And we're gonna have fun with them.
So.
But we're also gonna talk about legitimate people running for third or for president.
Yep.
So we have third party candidates, Republican candidates, Democratic candidates, Libertarian candidates, regular independent candidates, Green Party candidates, and the Constitution Party candidates. This website is 2016.presidential-candidates.com. That was just off of memory, so if I got it wrong, I'm sorry. I will put a link to this website in the description. This website also updates a lot. Quentin and I have gone through this before, but they have updated it since then. So there's been a couple candidates who have been removed. Yeah. So I guess you just want to get started, or should we read the description right here?
No, we're gonna get started.
All right, just get started. Okay, cool. First presidential nominee, Constitutional Party nominee of 2016. His credentials are he is an attorney and the 2008 Constitution Party vice presidential nominee, Darrell Castle. Part of his platform is, if elected president, the Tennessean attorney and former Marine intends to take the country out of the United Nations and NATO. The host of the Castle Report podcast also aims to implement a different monetary system at the end the Federal Reserve as part of his plan to tackle the federal deficit. A strong Christian, Mr. Castle has been receiving criticisms from some party members over his perceived lack of state ballot access efforts. Anything to say?
He's one of those end the Fed people.
Yeah, he reminds me a lot of Ron Paul. So I think if you're a Ron Paul supporter, you might want to look at this guy.
And that's a very complicated subject, ending the Fed.
Yeah.
Whole video on that.
Yeah, we maybe eventually we'll put up a video.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton. Why the fuck is Clinton on here, dude? Are you fucking kidding me?
Fuck her.
Oh my god.
Do a whole video on her.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just go over it just for shits and giggles, I guess.
Okay.
Clinton's entry into the 2016 presidential election was never in doubt, while her defeat to President Obama in the 2008 nomination race is a distant memory now. Her subsequent gracious and powerful endorsement speech lingers in the minds of many. With her extent frontline, behind-the-scenes political experience, Secretary Clinton has virtually and quite comfortably sealed her status as a presidential nominee for the Democratic Party. Okay.
Okay, here's a quick question.
Yeah.
Before we move on, how many Hillary campaign staffers does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many?
I forgot. Fuck it. Never mind.
Wow, boo. That was fucking horrible.
I'm sure there's one. I forgot it though. I'm sorry.
I'm not editing that out.
Fuck you.
Alright, Gary Johnson.
Gary Johnson.
Yes, Gary Johnson seems very popular, lately. A lot of people talking about Gary Johnson. I feel like he's going to get a lot of the popular vote this year. Possibly even some, electoral votes too, if he's lucky. After all, he was, former governor of New Mexico, so he might get some, electoral votes there in New Mexico.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about him. Gary Johnson has pissed off a lot of libertarians recently when he said that we should just have open borders. He's definitely for open borders, and that rubs a lot of libertarians off the wrong way.
Should I look at this immigration link?
Yeah,
real quick?
he fucked up majorly on being for open borders. You know, a lot of libertarians are saying like he's making their party look like a joke.
Well, I don't know, because at the same time, libertarian has two different connotations to it. Like, when you say libertarian, you can either mean like, oh yeah, like the Tea Partier kind of guy, but you could also mean just anybody who's like anti-authoritarian.
I know people who are anti-authoritarian, but they still don't.
You know, like a lot of times you'll see anarchists align themselves with libertarian issues or libertarian beliefs. You know.
But libertarianism is not anarchy. It's
no, but a lot of times, well, I mean, of course, you know, this could be a whole different video itself. Hold up. Let's see this real quick. What the fuck?
I know a lot of authoritarian hating libertarians who completely disagree and are jumping ship from Gary Johnson from his open borders policy. See if you could find it.
Oh wait, I can't find quotes right now. But
okay.
Yeah, I can't find anything. This is all.
Yeah, basically, what you guys need to know about Gary Johnson is that he fucked up royally with his open borders stance on especially Muslims and Syrian refugees coming into the country. A lot of Johnson's supporters are jumping ship, so that was a major fuck up that he did.
Possibly. You know, who knows. But so his
I'm on Tony right now.
Yeah. Well, his bio says that he was also known as Governor Veto, you know, because of his reluctancy to pass bills in New Mexico. Let's see. He has an enviable track record of success in both the private and public sector, an accomplishment very few politicians can boast of. He does kind of suck job creator dicks, though, for sure.
Yeah, they don't create the jobs, the market does.
Yeah.
That's the distinction that needs to be made.
However, you know, I was saying a lot of Ron Paul supporters would go to Mr. Castle. I feel like Gary Johnson is probably your best bet, though.
Mr. Who?
Or Daryl Castle.
What? Where's he?
Castle, this guy, the first guy.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
No. Go up. Go back up to that guy. I'm gonna tell you why they're not gonna go to him. He used to serve on NATO.
Daryl Castle did?
Wait. I can't read it from my phone.
No, Daryl Castle did not serve on NATO.
What does this say about NATO?
He wants to end, where he wants the U.S. to go pull out of.
I completely misread that through my phone screen. I thought he was like saying he was like he worked with NATO. Yeah, they'll probably go to him because a lot of Ron Paul supporters hate NATO and they want to get out.
Yeah, and the Federal Reserve too.
Yeah, so that's their guy.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Johnson isn't really explicit on that, so I doubt they'll go to him.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Chris Keniston. Oh my God. He is a former military man, the third in line of military service members, and his bloodline dating back to his grandfather. His primary focus is on the creation of jobs and the proposal for accomplishing this concern, encouraging businesses and reforming the existing tax code, including by repeal of the 16th Amendment. Okay.
What's his party?
Veterans Party of America presidential nominee. I'm sorry. How did I pass Gov? I have no idea. But let's look up the 16th Amendment real quick.
Is he one of those people that like uses the fact that he's a veteran to like say that's why he's qualified?
Mm-hmm. Oh shit! This guy. Wait. I think this guy. 16th Amendment is the power to collect taxes. It looks like.
So he wants to abolish
on income tax.
Okay, that's a great idea. He's a veteran. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah,
Ask
yeah.
him. He'll tell you.
Veterans is definitely the equivalent to politics, apparently.
Yeah.
2016 presumptive Republican presidential nominee, businessman, television personality, and author Donald Trump. Honestly, if you don't know Donald Trump at this point, what the fuck are you watching this for?
And especially if you know Donald Trump as an author, you should rethink your whole life.
um, but yeah, you, Quentin, have personally been critical of Donald Trump, but you've also been kind of wishy-washy too.
What do you mean?
Um, like talk about like the Muslim travel ban too.
Oh yeah. Uh, well, I don't think we should be taking in refugees
Mm-hmm. So I mean,
because
if you,
most of the refugees are not even refugees. They come from surrounding North African states. They're not even from Syria. The majority of them are not from Syria. I'll take the real Syrian refugees, but that's not the majority of who the U.S. is taking, Canada is taking, and Europe is taking.
mm-hmm.
It's bullshit. It's
um,
yeah
yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna comment, because I don't want this to get into too many
yeah, but
digressions. But
I don't like bullshit.
Donald Trump is supporting a refugee ban on
Which
Muslims
I
and
think is a
Syrians.
good idea.
Yeah. So something that's not very known is that there's actually like just because that there are presumptive nominees, and even if you voted too, and you had like a primary ballot for either GOP or the Democrats, a lot of states did not include lesser known uh, candidates on there too. Like if you see right here, Skip Andrews and George Bailey. Um, See, I never knew them by name, but I just knew that people like them existed. But they are running for Republican nominations.
Well, they went nowhere. We don't even need to read those guys because they're just cut of the mill Republican. But
Well, I don't know.
oh,
Let's see. Look at Skip Andrews right here. Few politicians are able to satisfy both a pro legalization marijuana advocate and a staunch pro lifer.
wow,
Wow, so this guy's pro marijuana.
and not pro abortion. Okay,
Oh, he's got me on one of them.
that's just like completely like all the demographics that would view you being pro-life as good uh, will not view you wanting to legalize marijuana as good as well.
Yeah, it's true.
You kind of exile yourself.
Yeah. See, Pastor George Bailey. Uh, yeah, he's
Guys are
just
boring.
he's just a basic conservative. That's what it looks like. Ed Baker, he's declared 2016 independent presidential candidate, management and market research. Dissatisfied with the job done by entrenched career politicians from both parties, Ed Baker has bold ideas to resolve a variety of issues including crime, spending, and immigration. Conservatives, independents, and progressives can all find common ground with at least one of Baker's positions. That was very vague.
Yeah.
Do you wanna?
No.
No.
Boring.
Okay.
Guy's boring. I want to see some of the crazier ones because a lot of these people are just echoing what the last you read one, you read them all with some of them.
Let's see. Here, let's see another presidential candidate of the Republican or a GOP candidate.
What does that say? Creative dreamer.
That I guess those are his credentials. Creative dreamer.
Uh,
I don't I don't know.
horrible.
I don't know.
That's just awful.
Yeah.
What else can I say?
Mhm.
He's a creative dreamer. That's all he has.
Mhm. Let's see. David Borman.
Got to work for Disney or something.
Yeah. He's
Running for the wrong job.
Yeah. Let's see. David Borman, declared 2016 independent presidential candidate. He's a software engineer. David Borman has always believed in the Christian God. just never acted like it until the age of 44 when a personal crisis brought on intense devotion to his faith. Today he's running for president because he's convinced that's what God wants him to do. He's a right
Okay.
he's a right-wing candidate with strong emphasis on religious freedom.
So in summary, he's a nutball.
I guess, yeah.
He's like a crazy person.
Yeah. So it's a
Tries to
lot
take
like
back the nukes. He's like, oh, it's Revelations time. The
oh my
prophecies are
god, yeah,
true.
if you give this
I'm
guy
gonna
fucking
press the
nuclear
button.
launch codes.
Like they're like, God wanted me to get in power. Like they one night they're like teetling like in their bed and they're like they have like a schizophrenic thought
Uh-huh.
and they say, oh, it's time. This is why God made me become president so I can launch the nukes and end the world through the prophecy. Like they're that crazy. Okay, this guy's a fucking nut.
Yeah. See, remember what we were talking about with Republican candidates who weren't on ballots and are not on debates on TV? Here's some more Democratic ones, like Morrison Bonpass, Harry Braun. I do know about Harry Braun. He was on Redacted Tonight, I believe. Or at least mentioned, I want to say. But yeah, just gonna kind of skip past these guys. Sorry.
Brian Briggs.
Brian Briggs, look at this. This is the face of a winner. Winner.
What are his credentials?
He's a music lover. What the fuck?
Lover?
Huh?
What is that?
Music lover? I don't know.
What is that? Isn't everybody a music lover? Unless you're like, I don't know, something's wrong with you or something.
I don't know.
Like okay, okay. What are his policies?
Brian Briggs fancies himself the average guy that America needs to be president. Okay, stop right there. America does not need an average guy to be president.
An average guy that looks like you picked him up straight from a cubicle.
Yeah, like no. Okay, like
you just got a warning last week for sexually harassing a coworker by ogling her in the bathroom or something like that.
He's all like.
Like you want that guy to like.
He's all HR told me I couldn't molest people at the office, so I just ran for president.
Yeah, you really want that guy to like be the one who decides what conflicts we choose to go into. Like that's the main power of the president is like, you know, like what we're doing now with Russia. Like it's strategic chess, and you just want an average guy to play strategic military chess because he's Brian Briggs, a music lover.
Brian motherfucking Briggs, like, let's see. He's on the right side of the spectrum on gun control and his feelings towards Obamacare, but he has leftist attitudes on workers' rights. Okay. Dean Capone declared 2016 Socialist Party USA presidential candidate, community organizer. Wow. That's interesting. Dean Capone doesn't share much about his personal history. Okay. Dean Capone doesn't share much about his personal history, but he's vocal on his political beliefs.
Hey, what are you doing? You know, it's like he's like a fucking mobster. Like, why did you need to mention that? Why didn't you just not mention anything about your history? Like, it sounds like you have like a shady shady closet full of skeletons. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. Like, see.
Can you imagine if Obama said that?
Yeah, personal history is actually very important because, like, if it wasn't for personal history, like, I would probably be a Clinton supporter. But I'm not because I know about her personal history and I know that she's full of shit.
And a liar. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important.
Yeah, it's like it's so important to know who you're voting for.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So he's a proud socialist. He calls for basic income. Let's see. Strongly unionized workforce and the nationalization of the penal system. He says that socialism is more popular than many people realize. I would agree with that. Socialism, I think, is more popular than people realize.
Okay.
Willie Carter.
Fantastic.
He's running for Democrat. He said he entered because Willie Carter, by the way. He said he entered because He was commanded of the Lord to enter the race to become president of the United States of America.
Another crazy. Okay.
I'm sorry, but like if you say that God told you to do it, like I think you're crazy. And you know what's really weird is that Ted Cruz, and dude, it was not only Ted Cruz, but his whole fucking family. They said he was anointed by God. That's crazy. That's scary.
Yeah, how'd that anointing go now, you fucking dipshits?
Yeah. Let's see.
Aha, you were wrong.
Eric Canavan, or Kavanaugh. Eric Kavanaugh. He says he's an American progressive. That's his candidate, or that's his credentials, but he's running for GOP. That's very strange. So
yeah, what's he trying to do?
With a platform that generally aims to left, Eric Cavan nevertheless has a number of right-leaning ideas, including a 100% porn tax. Wait, what?
A what?
A 100% porn tax.
Why does that even matter?
Wait, he also favors mandatory expungement. And 6 months after being convicted of a serious crime, your record is wiped. What? Even minor offenses would be forgotten after 3 months. Alright, that's just like... He's just making up shit that he literally cannot do.
Why does he care so much about a porn tax? I don't get that. Like, what is...
Well, dude, okay, so if you have 100%...
What an insignificant thing to focus on.
I don't know, well, dude, porn industry makes a lot of money, though.
Yeah, but not enough for the government to really give a shit.
You want me to look this up?
It's not that big. Come on.
Let me look this up. Okay.
It's big enough to make a difference if you 100% tax it. Just look up
Porn industry
how much it makes a year in the U.S.
Okay. Let's see. Oh my god. Let's see.
How much?
Oh, well, I just kind of read it. Well, I saw a couple of numbers, but they were all pretty big.
Yeah, like 700 million, like that big.
Yeah, dude, it was pretty.
That's nothing. That's a drop in a bucket. 700 million isn't shit. Once you get into the billions, then
it says it's like a billion. Let's see. Well, let's look this up real quick. Sorry for the tangent, everybody. We just need to see how big the porn industry is real quick. Just real quick.
I assume that is just like a dumb thing to focus your attention on, to tax.
Let's see. Pornography is a big business with $10 billion all the way to $14 billion.
Okay. Well, that's a big number. Yeah,
it says Americans spend over $4 billion just to buy and rent porn videos, and that's not including like accessories and like toys and stuff.
So everything related to porn would be taxed 100%.
I would assume so, because the whole reason of a 100% porn tax is to make it not like that you can't make if it's 100% porn tax, like people aren't going to be doing it to make money anymore. Like the whole point of that is to make people stop making porn.
So it would just shrink the industry.
I don't know, cause like there's like a lot of people who like post like revenge porn or just like get their kicks off of just posting shit on like 4chan or.
But you can't tax that.
Yeah, not if you don't monetize it, you can't tax it. So.
Yeah. So I mean, who's gonna make the products if there's no chance of getting a profit? No one's even gonna sell here. No one's gonna sell. Like if a porn product is made in Germany.
I think that's the Quentin. I think that's the point. Like he's doesn't want porn in society.
Well, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Let's see.
The government would make more money if they didn't tax 100% because there'd be an industry to tax.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Sorry about the porn tangent, everybody. Actually, no, I'm not. Sorry. Paul Shahade. Sorry if if there's any presidential candidates watching,
Oh, yeah.
So if I mispronounce your name, I'm sorry.
Everybody who we talk about always watches our videos.
Yeah. like a Kyle from Secure Team 10.
Yeah, he's probably watching. He's probably one of our 3 viewers.
Yeah.
So
One of our 3 viewers. The Delaware-born Shahid is an idealist. A successful entrepreneur, Mr. Shahid is the chairman of a nonprofit organization, the Solidarity Foundation, which is dedicated towards providing food, education, and other critical support services to needy communities the world over. That's cool, but I don't know any of your platforms. I'm sorry. Okay.
next.
James J.D. Crevew. I don't know. The Constitutionist Party candidate doesn't offer much on his What are his qualifications? Oh, middle class citizen.
What? That
I'm a middle class citizen. You don't want me running for president, even if I was old
I can
enough.
name you an infinite number of, well, not infinite, but I can name you a huge number of people that I know personally that are middle class citizens that I would not want anywhere near
Fucking
our
launch
military.
codes, yeah.
Yeah, our military launch codes. No,
Mhm.
it's not a qualification. That's an economic status.
Mhm.
Okay.
Let's
All
see.
right. Who else?
Declared 2016 Reform Party presidential candidate, management consultant, and semi-retired professional engineer. Member of the Reform Party and fiscal conservative, Kenneth Roth confidently asserts that he's been studying politics throughout his entire life, and he's a trained engineer who presently works as management consultant and has owned 3 different small businesses. Okay. Let's see. Independent presidential candidate and businessman Robert Dion ECO. I'm so sorry. Robert D.
Hold on one sec. Pause it. Pause it.
Okay. Alright guys, sorry about that awkward little pause thing. Let's just keep going. Alright, but back on to Robert D. Because I can't pronounce his last name.
Dean.
Huh?
What's his name?
Dion ECO.
What are his qualifications? I can't read it.
He's a businessman. So, business owner started as a little boy when he would collect forgotten litter and earn money, turning it in for recycling. Alright, I don't give a shit. A critic of both major parties, he's nevertheless right-wing presidential candidate with budget reform intentions and strong support of gun rights. Okay. Art Duru, servicing business owner. He's a Vietnam veteran from a rural farming area. His policies are non-extreme and find most comfortable reception in the political center. Okay.
Yeah, he's a centrist. Great.
Yeah, nothing really crazy about that.
He's like George Bush, pretty much.
Let's see. Should I skip through a couple of these?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd say so. Oh, this guy.
Huh?
Jim?
Mark Hahn?
No, Jim.
Okay. Jim Hayden. He's running for the GOP presidential nomination, even though Trump already has, the delegate number, but whatever. Not content to sit idly by while the nation slips further away from our founding documents, Jim Hayden has announced his candidacy for president. This self-described constitutional conservative is making a second run for presidency following an unsuccessful bid in 2012.
If at first you don't succeed, try
again.
But definitely try again on your profile picture.
David Holcomb, conservative Christian, 2012 presidential candidate. He's from Nebraska. He is a lawyer who specializes in family law. He is a conservative Christian, pro-life, pro-Second Amendment, and his presidential as an independent didn't gain much traction in 2012. Okay.
Try again.
Try again. Declared 2016 Transhumanist Party presidential candidate, futurist, philosopher, speaker, and journalist. Now, futurist
Wow.
is...
I like this guy.
Yeah, But futurist is futurism, and if I remember correctly from my art history class, that is a Italian art genre that was from early 20th century. So unless he's an artist, or just misuse the
It
term
probably means
futurist.
something completely different.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, that's what I'm. That's what I'm. You know, I just wanted to go on a little mini tangent, but it's all about technology for Transhumanist Party founder and presidential nominee Zoltan Istvan. His
He
mind.
sounds like he's like from like. He sounds like it sounds like a name from one of those alien souls that came to this planet in that Scientology fucking story.
Oh, it's like Xenu, like
Yeah, it's like it's Zoltan.
Zoltan Istvan. His main priority is the allocation of funding for research scientists to develop augmentations for the human body that will destroy disease, enhance natural senses, and even conquer the specter of what the fuck? Conquer the specter of death.
Oh wow! So
This man wants to conquer fucking death.
shoot for the stars, right?
I don't care what you say. I'm clicking more.
This guy shoots to the fucking stars. He shoots.
Dude,
to
this
the
guy has a book out too.
What?
He has a book out. I want to get it now.
I'm sure it's really not insane at all.
Well, it's a novel, so it's not like.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go.
I want to hear about the specter of death.
Okay, here we go. In order to secure such substantial sums for his research goal, Isman particularly targets defense spending for budget cuts. Oh my god, this guy has finally said what I've been wanting somebody to say for so long, that we should cut fucking defense spending.
Yeah, he probably wants to cut it like all the way.
Yeah.
So
In order
that's
for
probably not a good idea.
not all the way, but you could cut back some.
Oh, that would not be a wise idea.
We'll talk about this later. But in order for those resources to be redirected to human improvement, why should we have a war in Afghanistan, he asks, if we can have a war on cancer or a war on heart disease? He also calls out the Iraq War, arguing that even a fraction of the money spent on that conflict would have been enough to end death.
No, it wouldn't.
I don't know, dude. They spent like $1 trillion on that fucking war.
Yeah, but to conquer the very thing that we have been trying to conquer for thousands of years, just from cutting a little bit of spending in a huge war, no. We've been trying to conquer the specter of death for a millennia now. It doesn't. That's such a huge promise to give, right?
So I'm just reading a little bit. He's careful to point out that the absence of religious faith is not a prerequisite to the transhumanist include. Oh, so this guy's an atheist too.
So here's the thing about this, okay? This guy reaches, he makes big promises, right? But I heard a rumor that it's more likely that he will get elected and conquer the specter of death than Obama will fulfill his promise to close Gitmo. So
I wouldn't be too surprised by that.
He's not the only one who shoots for the stars. And makes outrageous claims that they never do.
Yeah. Zoltan Istvan's got my vote so far.
How do you argue?
Yeah.
He wants to conquer death.
John Fitzgerald Johnson, declared independent presidential candidate, real Grandmaster J. Apparently he's a musician. And yeah, he's sympathizes with the plight of illegal immigrants. That's cool.
Cool, but boring. Next.
Yeah. Sandra Khan. Let's get some women in here, you fucking misogynist.
Yes. It's women time.
Basically it just talks about, she's just 30 years of experience in the government. Comprehensive 7-track strategy for achieving goals of platform. Fix government, build peace. Okay. Democratic nominee. I'm sorry, I really don't care.
Rogue de flute. Fluent.
Wait, I kind of want to go over this though. There's like, uh, okay, that's a black lady running for GOP presidential nomination. Well, you've heard it here first, folks. I've now heard everything. Volma Kiddington is a veteran of the U.S. Navy and a quote born again Christian, with conservative leanings on abortion, gun control, and drug laws, as well as a strong stance on against illegal immigration. She's a good fit for many religious Republicans.
She's a good fit. Oh, you mean like she'll fit right into the plantation, you racist pieces of shit?
Fuck you, dude. Like.
No, I mean like.
Oh, I was implying that. Okay.
Like, it just sounds weird. You know what I mean? Like, she's a good fit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Like, she's like a shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they say that about anybody, it's just fucking weird. It's like, oh, he's a good fit.
Yeah.
For you guys who have all the same ideas.
Mm-hmm. Bishop Julian Lewis Jr. He believes that the will of God can and does inform leaders' policy decisions. He has even spoken unfavorably about the separation of church and state. Oh my God.
He looks like a... Hold on, go up.
Looks like a mugshot.
He looks like a guy who like sold you a meth pipe and then stabbed you for it. Back.
Stabbed you with it.
Yeah, he sold it to you and then he stabbed you and got it back.
Yeah.
That's that guy. Okay. I trust him with the nukes.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of scroll through some of these because a lot of these people...
Boring.
Yeah, boring.
I want to see Perry Moorcorn.
Okay. Perry Moorcorn is also a middle-class working person. Okay, guys, if you're running for president, stop putting that as your credentials. Stop. Just... Perry Moorcorn is no fan of the Electoral College. The Texas man wants it eliminated and the presidential chosen strictly on popular vote. He is also against congressmen and senators serving more than 8 years in office, driven by compassion. He wants to help rather than deport illegal immigrants.
I agree with most of...
I think I actually agree with pretty much all of that.
Yeah, I'd rather have him than Hillary, for sure.
Yeah. I like what he says about, the Electoral College, because it is possible, too, for you to get more electorate, votes, like from the Electoral College than it is to get, the popular vote. Like, there's been a lot of times, I bet I could just do a quick Google search right now, times where, the person with the more Electoral College votes did not have the popular vote, instead the other candidate did. And that's not really fair. I don't think it is,
No.
No. I think it's just
why wouldn't it be the popular majority? Whoever gets the biggest number wins.
Yeah, it's just simple, But, we were talking about it.
Pick the system, then you have an electoral college that's rife.
Yeah, we were talking about it in my old Gov class, though, but, the Founding Fathers put that in place mostly because they didn't trust people, with the popular vote.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be, sort of a checks and balances kind of thing.
It was supposed to be so poor people can vote. That was why.
Well, no, poor people, when the Constitution was first established, weren't able to vote. That wasn't until Andrew Jackson became president.
That's what I'm saying. That's why, the electoral college system is, it's designed so, if this state has a lot more people, this state will be able to have more power in an election. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that would definitely get rid of the blue wall too. Because every election you'll hear about it. The blue wall. The blue wall. What is the blue wall? Well, it's states that are virtually guaranteed to vote, Democrat, where it's like New York, California, Oregon, Washington, those all contribute to the blue wall, which gives the Democratic Party an unfair advantage, in the election because since those are like really big populated states, they have a lot of electoral votes.
Yeah.
So, and living in California ourselves, there's a lot of people here that would like to vote Republican, but they simply just don't because they know it's going to be a blue state anyway. Just stay home on election night. It's not worth mailing in my ballot or going to the polling place if I'm going to vote like say Trump or Romney in case of last election.
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't matter. But I mean, I just.
But
if
it was popular vote, your vote would matter a little bit more,
It would matter a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah, because it would give more like these third party candidates, bigger like platform, say for the next
all
election.
they have to get is a big number.
Yeah.
They can do it the old-fashioned way.
Mm-hmm.
They don't necessarily need a party at that point.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
I'm almost done with this.
I'm almost done as well. I'm just gonna kind of go through my man Sanders. But Clifton Roberts, Humane Party nominee. Representing the Humane Party, Clifton Roberts is all about animal rights. He himself is a vegan and believes in banning the slaughter of animals for food. He also supports sustainable energy, environmental protection policies, and an end to the death penalty, among other left-wing initiatives.
So he's gonna ban the thing that most people eat as a staple of their diet.
I don't know. It's so stupid.
Right?
Yeah.
He's got my vote.
I do want to read this, but I don't. I just like his picture. I just like his picture.
That's all you need to see.
That's all you need to see. David John Sponheim. I don't know.
Like, let's just do Jill Stein and then we'll wrap it up.
Alright, well I do have one more special candidate after this for you guys.
Okay.
Let's see.
This is going on kind of long though.
Okay. Yeah, it's about almost 45 minutes.
Yeah, so we should
wrap it up.
We should do Jill Stein and then the other candidate.
Okay. Let's see. So his David John Sponheim's credentials just say intellectually gifted entrepreneur.
Okay.
It's got an IQ score of 185. And that's just what David Sponheim brings to the table. Okay.
What?
Okay.
That's all he has is a number?
Yeah.
I have an 180 IQ.
Mm-hmm. Jill Stein. Jill Stein's personally one of my favorites. She's got my vote for the, 2016 election.
Yeah, we're both voting for her.
Yeah, unless I'm at... this is going to sound really strange, but Istvan Voltson... I seriously want to cover some of his videos here on the brunch.
Honestly, I might vote for Trump. Too.
Just for the lulz, honestly.
Well, just to take away from Hillary.
Well, we live in California, dude. That's not gonna happen.
I know, but I'll still try.
I guess.
I'll do my best.
Jill Stein is no stranger to national politics. As a Green Party nominee in 2012, she understands the rigors of a national campaign. Stein is a fierce advocate for the environment and believes that the investment in the green issues can propel the American people and economy forward. She also proposes a Green New Deal, which talks about investing in public transpo, stuff like that. Reducing carbon footprints. A lot of stuff like that. If you have time, definitely look into it.
Okay.
Okay, I know we said one more candidate, but I do want to just...
No.
Fine, okay. This guy, he lives in the area. Okay.
That's Benjamin Wiggle.
Yeah, he lives, I'd say relatively close.
Well, we should go meet him and get a sticker from him.
We should. And he's a bus driver. Those are his credentials. He's
wow, just what we need.
A fucking bus driver.
most of the time he's at the wheel of a bus, but this time he wants to be at the wheel of America.
Mm-hmm.
Benjamin Wiggle, or whatever his name is.
Face of a winner right there. Okay, so this last candidate, I don't think they're really a candidate anymore. I'm gonna just I guess that's just about it.
He's not running anymore.
Yeah, I don't think he's running anymore, but if you can still write his name in the ballot. He was running for Libertarian, but he lost it to Gary Johnson, unfortunately. But this man would have gotten my vote. Let's see, John McAfee. If you have a computer and you're familiar with your computer at all, you probably know about John McAfee. McAfee Security Systems, Let's see, so let's just read a little bit about him.
I didn't know about him.
John McAfee, he's very rich. Go over this real quick. Let's see. John David McAfee was born on a U.S. Army base in the United Kingdom. His parents soon took him back to the United States and raised him in Salem, Virginia in the 1960s. I'm going to skip a little bit to the best paragraph right here. In 2012, while living in Central American nation of Belize, McAfee's home was raided by police and he was arrested on suspicion of unlicensed drug manufacturing and possession of an unlicensed weapon. He was released without being charged, but his legal troubles were not over. Later that same year, Belizean police sought him, this time as a person of interest in the murder of one of his neighbors.
Wow.
This is a presidential candidate that is a suspect for murder. That is badass.
Hillary thought she was bad.
Yeah?
With the delayed emails, but, this one takes precedent.
Yeah. Explaining later that he feared the police would kill him, McAfee fled the country rather than surrender himself or wait to be taken. He ran to Guatemala, where he was arrested for illegal entry into that nation and eventually deported back to the United States. He is still technically a wanted fugitive in Belize, but the Belizean government has made no effort to continue their pursuit of him. Meanwhile, he has run afoul of American police too. Just in 2015, he was arrested in Henderson County, Tennessee, on charges of driving under the influence of possession of a firearm while intoxicated.
What is this guy thinking? Why
don't
is
know.
He putting this on there?
I don't know.
He's just probably trying to stand out. He can say that I want to deport all the Mexicans, because I was deported myself from Guatemala. Who could say that?
Yeah. So this picture that they put of him, I don't think did justice what he really looks like. So we pulled up some images, and damn it.
What?
Fuck! I pulled up the wrong tab. Oh well. So we're just gonna do a quick Google search. John McAfee. Go to images real quick.
Not quick at all.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It's your computer.
Yeah, I just got a lot of, stuff running on right now.
Yeah, it does that.
This man right here is running for president.
Is that not the face of someone who
should have the launch codes?
Yeah, is that the face of someone who...
Look at that. No surveillance.
What does a shotgun have to do with surveillance?
I don't know. He's gonna shoot the surveillance or something. That's not him.
But
how shoot the surveillance?
If they're surveilling you, how are you gonna shoot them?
I don't know. Oh, just like
the point.
Yeah, just like a little bit of a background on that whole DUI thing. His defense was that he was taking his prescription drugs. He's also prescribed Xanax, and he says that's what it was. It wasn't alcohol. So this guy did fucking Xanax. I don't care if he was prescribed it or not.
He did enough to get arrested for drunk driving, so...
Yeah? Or DUI, at least.
People kill people driving on Xanax. They'll fall asleep in their car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but on that note, I think we're going to end the episode. But more important...
John McAfee, 2016.
John McAfee, 2016. Istvan Voltson.
Yeah, and I guess Charlie Sheen is going to be his VP.
Charlie Sheen's gonna be his. Zoltan.
He said
Sorry.
no one else was qualified for the job. You know, you can't beat Tiger's blood.
That's true. That's true.
John McAfee only fucks with people who have Tiger's blood. Because he's John McAfee. God damn it.
Mhm. Let's see. Okay, so yeah. With that being said, I think we should wrap up the show.
Yep.
Yep. Sorry for the long show, guys, but we had a lot of stuff to cover. A little bit of tangents here and there, but that's all good, right? Let us know what you think. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, or dislike. I don't know, but
Do whatever.
yeah, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Keep fighting the good fight. Vote third party this election. Fuck Trump and fuck Hillary.
Yeah, fuck them both.
Yeah, you know, if you want your vote to actually count, I'd say vote third party. You know, I feel like this election, it's gonna be pretty historic about the
Yeah, you
amount
want
of
to be
people.
part of the numbers. Like, this is like the biggest third party voting election ever.
Mhm.
It could be. And
Could
you
be.
part of it. Vote third party.
Yeah, you could be part of this. You know, so
Don't play into the game.
yeah.
Don't play into the false dichotomy political system
Mhm.
of two parties when really they're
Mhm.
just one.
Yeah, I mean, even though there was a lot of joking around this time, but there were actually a couple of good people in there that we did talk about.
Fine.
Yeah, so check them out. I'm gonna, have the link of this website in the description as well, so you're more than welcome to check it out. I don't know why I said that. I don't know on this website, but yeah, keep fighting. Go vote this election. Comment, rate, and subscribe.
Yep.
All right, peace out.